Hello, Aquarius. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone's secretly talking about you tarot card reading. Let's do the thing and have a look at who that could be with the astrology reading cards, and then we're going to get into a tarot spread. Here we go. If you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website, and here we go. Let's see what's going on. Who's talking about you? Who's talking about you? Who's talking about you? What's the vibe? What is the vibe? Gemini. Okay, master talkers. They like to chat. They love feed chat. Alright, the energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. This sign is ruled by the communication planet Mercury. And so you can understand why they've got the gift of gab. They love the intellectual conversation. They love the embellished, colorful, salacious conversation. Any type of conversation, you name it. They like to be entertained by it. Alright, your next card here is a fellow mutable sign, a very adaptable sign. So it's the Pisces, and the energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So we have a talker. This looks like a gossipy, I like the tea type person talking about you. Okay, so now at least we know the feel. We know what feel of like the nature of what they're talking about. It's like very like, nah. It could be serious. It could just be for entertainment because they're bored. Or in their feelings. We have Cancer. And this energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. Now you're getting into the whole psychic picking up on it type thing. So they could even be, it could be from where you're picking up, like you have a feeling that they're talking about you. But you could also be, like, it could be that this person's just very psychic, sensitive, picking up on feelings, maybe oversensitive, maybe gullible, maybe going with vibes and not really reality, talking a lot, thinking out loud a lot. They could be one of those, you know, that has to talk about every type of feeling and every feeling shift that happens to them. Well, at first I didn't like you, and then I liked you, and then that day you were wearing pink, I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I like you. And then after that, I was like, no, I like her, she's not that bad. And then that day that you, like, you know, it's like, we don't need, like, that can stay inside. But you got that Gemini energy to you, and this person likes to communicate. And so, sensitive, I feel like they're going to just kind of be all over the place with their feelings and emotions towards you. But let's see what they're talking about, because that definitely influences how they be talking. Right? It could be very sensitive and compassionate, very psychic and intuitive. It could also be very sensitive. Let's do this. So your first card is the Seven of Cups in reverse, followed by the King of Wands. And then we got the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. And then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And finally, the Hermit in reverse. Lots of reversals for this reading. The only card that's upright is the Four of Pentacles, which is very secretive. Very mum's the word type. Okay. Okay, so you want to do a lot of talking, but you don't want to share. Alright. You want to hold back some details when you're talking. You're going to omit some things when you're talking about my stuff, but you're going to omit some details. Okay, I see you. I see what you're doing. You're trying to create a narrative. Okay. Okay. Because you're in your feelings. Right. Alright, so this person is doing some talking about you, and it has to do with their options, possibly their limited options. When I see this, I feel like, are you jealous? Do you see this Aquarius out here thriving, and then you're thinking of this person, like, you know, looking at their options, looking at what they've got going on. Maybe you need to be focusing elsewhere. But I feel like this person is talking about you because they're talking about the decisions that you make, the things that are presented before you. And maybe it's like, it could be around your relationships, because it is cups. So there's a sensitive feeling around it. Maybe they're like, they could be like, have a like trigger around something that you're involved with, that affects their sensitivities. I don't know, what are you joined up in that people are connected to that they usually share their thoughts and feelings with? Because they may be talking about that. Let's say it's like, you guys are spiritual, you know what church they go to, they know what church you go to, and they have some thoughts on how you be churching. Maybe it's about beliefs, maybe it's about their feelings towards certain I guess, subjects. We could say like political. We could anything that you have strong feelings towards, and your beliefs are kind of peppered in. So they are talking about that. That's not really tangible. That's just talking about how you feel about certain things. So let's watch who we bare our souls to, okay? Then we have the King of Wands, and so we know that this person has an agenda. This person maybe words things in a manipulative way. Maybe they get you to share your feelings because you're a word vomiter, and you don't mean to be, but you will divulge information and you probably shouldn't, or maybe you'll feel weird about it later. I feel like this person knows that you'll do that. I feel like this person, like they talk about how you may share information with them easily. Oh, I could get that info from them. And either way, whatever it is, whatever their motive is, it just feels like it's very tactical. It feels like it's a little manipulative. They could be like, so, how was your weekend? Like, because they're trying to find out that, thing that they got a tip from, with a hidden agenda. Just this king is in reverse, so it feels like they're doing too much, or they're taking action to learn things, or to get information, or to get something happening, and it's in the spirit of being manipulative and kind of propelling their own agenda that they may not be obviously tending to with you. Like, it's probably not obvious, and that's why they're having to manipulate. So yeah, let's hope this isn't like a boss-like figure, because the king is pretty high in authority. So don't act a fool in front of your boss. Don't act a fool in anybody that can do something to you. Or you mom's the word it, okay? Because this person's going to be tight-lipped about their agenda and about their, their opportunities. Maybe there's some information that you could know that they're just leaving that information out. Like I said, that's not cool. Because, like, I hate when people do that, because then when they do that, you can't really call them out for not telling you, because it's like, well, you didn't ask. And it's like, ugh, it's the strategy that I don't care for. And also, we know that this person, they're not giving us a good vibe, because we already had the manipulation going. Now we know that you're being reserved, conservative about opportunities. You maybe have tangible secrets. There's probably some info that they're not telling you, leaving out strategically. And also now we have a cold heart. We got somebody who's going to do what it takes to get to the top. They're going to they're going to betray, they're going to backstab, they're going to do, they're going to do what they need to do independently to get to where they're needing to go. And they're going to be intellectually superior. Not saying that in an insulting way. I'm just saying, like, people are civilians, life isn't like a movie. Some people are just like, oh, I work hard and then I blah, blah, blah. You can't anticipate somebody playing a game that's like, they're trying to sabotage you. You don't know, like, this isn't TV, like, and there could be somebody who's so calculated, who is talking about you just so that they can get ahead and fulfill their own agenda in order to climb their way to the top, whether that's in relationships or a place of business. We know that this person is very independent. They act alone. They have their own solo agenda. That might be a tip off to who they are. Somebody who is generally a loner, or they stay focused on what they're doing at all times, and they seem to have no interest in, like, fun or, like, socializing or stuff that everybody else is doing. They're an independent person. They're a loner. And if this is a person that you're thinking that you have in your mind's eye, that it may be them, they up to no good. Now, it doesn't even feel like it's so personal towards you. It really feels like it's who they are and who their solidified being is. King and the queen, they've developed quite far, right, in life. So they have a level of authority, a level of mastery, and it's kind of like you're set in your ways, basically. When you make decisions, you kind of look at what other people are doing and assess them, being you, and try to navigate your way to win. And it's kind of like a by any means necessary. Now, I know we have swords, but it doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to get bloody. But I feel like it's like a psychological thriller. I'm going to tell them that, yeah, you've got fired from your last gig, or so I heard, and so they can give you the awkward eye, so they can, and they're not going to ask you, and they can't really prove it. Like, I can't really, you know what I mean? Like, it's a strategic, or maybe, when you just auto-suggest things. I'm not really good at it. That's why I can't really come up with an example, but it just feels like somebody who just, it's people who do those things that they're, like, manipulative and trying to passive-aggressively insult you or whatever, but this is less petty, and it's more, like, strategic as far as business. Like, let me get you to confide in me, and then I'll be like, tell your superior that you may have to worry about this, that, and that. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, but good move if I was watching this on a TV show. That's what you're dealing with. You also could be dealing with a Virgo. They're very good at being tight-lipped, being very conservative about their information, and strategically moving around and observing and seeing where they should play their chess pieces. So I feel like someone who's talking about you is a very strategic person, very intellectual person. I'm not saying like this is like a genius, like a hacker type thing. Like, I'm saying cross your T's and dot your I's, you know? Cross your T's and dot your I's, and, you know, maintain your image and your street cred. And I'm not saying worry about your rep, but I'm saying just, you know what? Actually, just ignore people who aren't trying to, you know, celebrate you. What kind of foolishness is that? I can't play these games. If it were me, I couldn't play these games, but I guess you're an Aquarius, so you might like that intellectual challenge stuff. You may like that. You may be down for that type of stuff, and that's why it's been brought to you. Psychological stuff. So outsmart, outwit, outplay, outlast, like you normally do. And I guess like when you're kind of solo and individualistic, that's kind of relatable to an Aquarius. I guess they can't really hurt you because you know the deal. You know what's going on. It's like, I know what you're like. You don't even have to be psychic, but you know what these people are trying to do based on their body language and their tone and their stuff. Like, you know. It's like, don't try to play me. But anyways, I know that you don't have to articulate that in so many words. Some Aquariuses, they really say not too much. You know, they don't say too much. They just do. But anyways, that's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There is a link to my website as well as a link to my Etsy shop, and I will see you in the next one. William Shatner. That's me. All right, bye.